we are all prepared to have a beautiful ride um, tonight. All right, I can see faces, I can see names, I can see quite a number of people that have logged in. We're about over 60 present. I can see Emmanuel, I can see Abiodun Adebiaye, I can see Abiodun Karim, I can see Adeze Stevanus, I can see Adewale, I can see Alade Wahab, I can see Ali Sabe, I can see Ayodele. Well, I can see quite a number of you. Well, once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gideon Olubile. I'm privileged to be the anchor person for today. And I want to especially welcome everybody to this beautiful program. This is our week program, our fifth week, and customer week. And I want to encourage everybody present to please take your calm. We are going to have a beautiful time together tonight. Starting from tonight up till Saturday, we're going to be having a beautiful time together. This is our customer service week and talk induction ceremony, okay, which starts today. And we're going to be having quickly in a short while, we're going to having our first paper presentation today. Wow, this is a 1 week stretch event, and I want to implore everybody to mark their calendars, take their time, plan yourself ahead of time, and let's have a beautiful time. All right. Can I ask for a volunteer to give us an open prayer, please? A volunteer. I like to start every event with an open prayer. A volunteer, tell us your name, unmute yourself, tell us your name, then you pray.
Travel and
Good evening, all.
Yeah, good evening.
I'm Okeke Oluchi.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Shall we pray? Father, we thank you for a wonderful opportunity to gather here this evening to learn. Lord, as we learn, teach us more on how to deal with our customers and do our marketing, that all that you're going to use to teach us this night, it will be valuable to us in every area of our life. We open this gathering in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you, Oluchi. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Can I see 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5 persons type amen to confirm that you are with us on this ride? Just
Amen.
Amen.
all right.
Amen.
Thank you. Love this. I love this. I love this. I love
Amen.
this.
Amen.
All right. Okay, without taking time, this is customer service week. And there's a common saying in business that customer is king. Customer is king. And of the way I worship God, there's a scripture that says that where the voice of a king is, there is power. So that means they have the power in their hands as customers. So from tonight, we're going to be opening up some quality part of a discussion that will enhance, expand, and polish our knowledge and understanding and relationship with customers and of and with customers. Without taking time, I would like to introduce quickly the paper presenter for today, our facilitator for today. She is an executive and leadership coach, organizational development specialist, and mentor with over 17 years of corporate expertise in investment banking and finance. She's armed with an MBA from the University of Lagos. She's renowned for transformational coaching and blends emotional intelligence, spiritual insight, and practical strategies to help leaders thrive in a fast evolving digital world. I'm sure you know this is we're in an evolving world because nothing is permanent. Things are going fast. Things are changing fast. and that is why we are here from tonight. She leads Invictus Living, a best group coaching and mentoring program that empowers individuals to grow personally and professionally. She is a sought-after speaker across Africa on leadership, legacy, and impact. Permit me tonight, as I welcome to this platform, join me as I bring on their coach for tonight, Coach Gochi. That's what they call her, but for tonight, her name is Ugochi Osai, but fondly known as Coach Gochi. Celebrate her for me as she take off from here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope you can all hear me clearly. And just to be sure, as I come into this, thank you. I see your emojis. Thank you so much. I expect that this is going to continue throughout our program tonight. We're going to do this together. I need to be sure that we are connecting. So if there's anything that resonates with you, let those emojis keep coming. So I'd like to say thank you once again to the organizers of this session today. Before we start, I'd just like to check in with all of you here. How do you feel about the Customer Service Week? Let me see an emoji that represents what you're feeling. Are you excited? Are you just borderline? Are you tired? Let me see those emojis coming. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yes, Chidi, I see you. Wow. 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 Excited. I see you, Julius. Yeah, Essien, excited. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It is so important that at any point in time when we're dealing with people, we need to connect. Whoa. Super excited. Beckyton, Ifoma, Izoge is excited. Michael is laughing. I'm excited that my organization didn't approve our proposal of our staff activities. That's okay. That can be taken care of. Mercy, super excited. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so we're all good. And that shows us that everything, every interaction with anyone you come away with some emotion, some feeling, right? So I say good evening once again to all of you and a happy Customer Service Week to everybody. Traditionally, whether it was sales or customer service, most of them tended to operate in silos, right? The sales team focused on closing deals, making sure that people bought. It was transactional. Buy. We're meeting our KPIs, and that's good. Customer service focused on everything after the sales. But then the landscape has changed, just as Mr. Gideon mentioned when he was talking. The landscape has changed. And what happened? Customers are more aware. Customer dynamics have changed because they're more aware, they have more options, and they're demanding more than just the good products that you have to sell. They're demanding connection. They're demanding communication. They're demanding that they be listened to. They want to know that you understand their feelings. And I believe that that is why the organizers of the program have set up today's meeting and the other meetings that are going to be coming up this week. And they have called today's on communication that connects, and they say listening, understanding, and responding effectively. Please, I would like to share my slides. Is that okay? Hello?
Yes,
Can I share the slide? Yes.
it's
okay.
fine.
All right.
Please go ahead.
All right. Can you see my slides? Can you see them?
Yes, I can
Very
see
much,
it from
very much.
there.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So today we're looking at communication that connects, and we're talking specifically on listening, understanding, and responding effectively. We'll all agree that a couple of years back, we're not talking about all of this, listening, understanding, and responding. No, what we did was we did the product, we sure the product is good, and we bring it to them and we say bye, right? So by the end of today's meeting, we're going to be able to know the 3 pillars of effective communication. We're going to look at the role of EI, that's emotional intelligence, in customer service and sales. We're going to understand the difference between transactional and transformational communication. We're going to practice here today emotionally intelligent responses. Just a few examples of what we can offer our clients or our customers when they come up with whatever challenges or whatever desires that they have. And then finally, we're going to identify one communication habit that you will decide to strengthen immediately. Okay. So communication. What is communication? I say it is emotional intelligence in action, because communication is not just, has gone beyond what you say. Communication is your tone, your body language, what you say, what you do not say, how you say it. So it is emotional intelligence in action. It is also the bridge between meeting needs, creating value for your clients, and building relationships that last beyond the sales that you have made. Sometimes, in an effort to meet our targets, we're focused on sell, so the volumes are coming in. But what is more important is to ensure that you have repeat sales, that you have customers who are loyal to you. And if you don't know how to bring in emotional intelligence into what you're doing, you're not going to be able to operate in the VUCA environment, the volatile environment, the uncertain environment that every single one of us finds ourselves in today. Now, I think it was George Bernard Shaw that said the biggest problem with communication is the illusion that it has taken place. Oh, did you communicate this to the client? Yes, I did. And I told them. You thought you communicated. The customer or client didn't know what you were talking about, didn't even listen because it didn't meet his needs, went away more angry than, you can imagine. You go away thinking you communicated. He goes away thinking this is not it. So why must we have communication that connects? Why do we need to move beyond giving you the facts, giving you the details, giving you the answers that we think you want, to giving you what actually connects with you? So there's a deeper level that we are being called to as sales and customer service professionals. The first thing we need to remember is that with every call, every chat you exchange with your customer or with your client, every face-to-face meeting is not just a transaction. The essence is not just to make sales. Buy it, give me the money, thank you. It's actually an opportunity that has been given into your hands for you to build trust and build capital. Because if I buy from you for whatever reason, under whatever pressure, and sometimes pressure can make people buy, but that pressure will not make them come back. That pressure will not make them trust you. They may go away with the product, but their feeling is bad. The feeling that they have from being with you is bad, so they're not going to come back. So why do we talk about communication that connects? We need to know that customers, when they feel that they've been listened to, not you think you have communicated, when they feel they've been listened to, when they feel that you have connected to them, when they feel that you saw them and not just as buyers of your products, but as human beings, then they don't just stay, they will stay. That's a given. But they become the advertisers of your company, of your product. When people want something, they'll say, hey, talk to Solomon, talk to Tolu, talk, because when I was there, when I spoke to him or when I spoke to her, they were really pleasant and they will give you what you want. That's communication that connects. Until you get to the place where after speaking to someone, someone can say, you know something, you want something, then talk to that person, go there. Then you really have not gotten to where you ought to be as a professional in this industry. Sorry about that. Okay. So why does connection matter? A lot of it we have already mentioned. First of all, what drives purchases is emotions. And then I'd like to ask, have you ever sat down, maybe you're in a bus or something, and some man or someone comes up and he's advertising something. This drug is supposed to, take care of everything on the surface of this earth. Or maybe he says, oh, it takes care of eczema, and you are looking at him and he has eczema on his face. However, by the time he finishes, people are giving money, they're buying. What do you think happened there? Obviously, a connection was made. You are using your mind, you're saying, no, nobody can buy this, but he's making his sales. And by the time he steps down from this bus, he sold everything that he brought. What happened? He was able to connect to the emotions, the needs, whatever it is that the people needed, he was able to connect to them, right? So it is emotions that drive purchases. That's why someone said that I can sell ice blocks, or I can sell ice to an Eskimo. What's happening there? The Eskimo is surrounded by ice. But if I can make him buy the ice cubes or buy ice, then obviously I'm ministering, I'm connecting to something deeper than just the products that I'm selling. I'm connecting to his emotions. So emotions are what primarily drive purchases. Customers buy connection. I listen to you. Something tells me you don't need it, but then I like you. I like what I hear. I like how you're, so I buy. So you have connected. That's why I'm buying. You connected to my emotions. Now, in sales, this connection, it's important because when you're able to connect, I'll come back again, I'll buy from you. Because I want a repeat of what I felt when you spoke to me. And I will refer your business because the feeling that I get from you is good, and I will tell someone else about it. So you, as a professional, create long-term value. Now, in service, hello, my phone is not working. Madam, the whatever is done. So I don't feel good. My challenges are not resolved. It's unlikely that I'll come back. But if I connect with you as a service professional, then I will be loyal. I will come back again. I will tell others about you, and you will retain me. So not only are you getting more clients or customers, you're retaining your old one. And you know what that eventually translates to for you. So what are we saying? We're saying it is time to rethink communication. It is time to rethink how you are interfacing with your customers, with your clients. So we have said already that we are solving emotions. Yeah. What we're solving emotions, not problems. So when you go to your client telling, I can solve this, I can solve this problem, you're not touching me. So I'm not buying. I'm not dealing with you. Communication is a bridge between, that's the bridge that connects your success as a business and the customer's needs, my ability to speak into the emotions of that customer. It's about the strategic sharing of information, not just sharing information for the sake of it, but it's strategic. What am I thinking? What am I targeting? Knowing that it's just not about my product. What am I targeting? How do I target that? So there's a plan. The product is good, thank you, but there are millions of others that are also good. So how am I strategically going to target this person's emotions so that he can take a decision that favors me? That's rethinking communication. So it's about listening to the client, to the customer. It's about understanding, and it's about responding effectively. And we're going to develop all of this. Now, where does EI, emotional intelligence, come in? Research has shown that you cannot communicate effectively except you are emotionally intelligent, that you have emotional intelligence skills. And these skills can be learned. If you don't have them, it's a game changer if you don't learn. If it's a game changer if you say, oh, I'm going to stick to what I know. Now, the foundation of effective communication and connection is emotional intelligence. That's the foundation. One of the pillars of emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize your emotions. And this is especially critical for the customer service people. Sometimes you're under a lot of pressure. Sometimes the people are like asking you questions that you may think are stupid. One of the pillars of emotional intelligence is self-regulation. You want to blow up, you're angry, you're upset, you're tired. Manage those emotions. Recognize your emotions. Recognize your client's emotions. Your client is not talking the way he's talking because he's upset with you as an individual. He's upset because his needs have not been met. He's upset because his emotions have been impacted negatively. Therefore, if you understand that, it will regulate the way you talk. It will regulate your tone. It will regulate your body language. It will regulate even your choice of words. That's emotional intelligence. Now, when you understand your own triggers, do you get short when you're tired or when you're frustrated? What is it that makes you unwilling to listen? Recognize it and manage it. Now, it said respond effectively. That means that you don't react. Doesn't matter what the customer says. An effective responding is empathetic responding. It's a response that takes into account, oh, this person could have had a hard day. You've had a hard day, a tiring day, but that's okay. You are the one in the driver's seat. So you regulate your own emotions and you are empathetic towards that person. And when you're able to empathize with the person's feelings, then what you will deliver to that person will minister or resonate with the pain point. And you are likely to win that person for life. So what are we saying? That there's also an aspect of emotional intelligence that is especially important for sales and customer service professionals. The use of silence. Silence is a superpower if you learn how to use it well. Whether it's a pause or silence, don't speak when the other person is worked up. Don't speak when your customer is talking about what it is that is hurting him or what it is that he needs. Pause before you respond. Now, what are some of the responses that, and this is going to be a practice, right? So let's have a scenario. A customer says, I have called thrice in the past 2 days, and I still have received no update from your organization or from you. I'm thoroughly disgusted with your company service, and believe me, I will post my views on social media. What will your response be? Please share in the chat. We're going to take 2-3 minutes to look at this. How will you respond to a customer that comes at you with this? I hope someone can help me look at the chat. I'm not able to access that from here. Are there any answers? Do I have any responses, please? Or maybe just unmute. Maybe that would be easier. Just unmute. Anyone?
Okay, hi, good evening, Gochi.
Sorry?
My name is Aureolua.
Okay, Aureolua, please go ahead.
All right, for the with the scenario you already played here. Firstly, I'll apologize. Like, hi, Mr. Fred. I sincerely apologize for your frustration. Make him understand that I've heard you, I've heard your frustration, and I'll provide a relevant solution as in peculiar to the office and escalate it to the appropriate department.
Awesome. What's your name, please? I didn't see you on.
Aureolua.
Okay, Aureolua. Thank you. Thank you. So you'll empathize with his feelings. That's what you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then you'll escalate to the other two.
Yes, I'll acknowledge his frustration. I understand how it feels, your frustration. I make him feel heard, I make him feel valued, and I escalate it.
Thank you. Any other opinions?
Okay. Yes, Daniel.
Good evening.
Okay.
Hello, good evening.
My name is Karim Abiodun.
Okay, Karim.
I will first of all apologize.
So sorry to cut you short. Maybe instead of saying I will first of all apologize, just tell me what you will tell him. Maybe I'm the customer. Gochi, I'm upset.
Okay.
I've just said that. What will you say exactly what you will say to me?
Okay, I'm very sorry for not picking your call. We are very sorry. But we'll look into it and we'll get back to you in a moment. So,
okay.
First of all, that's how I'll calm it down, and I'll make sure I get back to you. Feedback. The reason why he's angry is because the call wasn't returned and nobody responded to his call. So that's why he's frustrated. But if you're able to just tell him, I'm sorry, I will get back to you. I apologize and empathetic about the situation, make him value and feel better, and then I will get back to you.
Okay, thank you. Any other thoughts?
Okay. Good evening.
Hello. Hello.
Good evening, all.
Hello.
Sorry.
Good evening, all. This is Okeke Oluchi.
Daniel Liba is my name from Uyo.
Sorry. Hang on. So someone else is. Daniel, let her go first, then you come after. Then after that, Uguche.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, this is Okeke Oluchi. I'll first of all apologize to the customer because
you're talking to me.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'll apologize and give them the assurance that your client will be attended to by the
No, you're talking to me. I am the client. I am the customer who's frustrated.
Okay.
So talk to me.
Hello? Okay. All right. I'm so sorry, ma, because of your plight. Apologies for what happened. I'll get it to the appropriate department to handle your disappointment. We are sorry for your disappointment, and we value and we treasure you as our customer. And apologies for what has happened, and promise that it will never repeat itself again. Thank you.
Thank you. Daniel, then Oguche, then Jeremiah. We'll stop with Jeremiah and just move. Daniel, Oguche.
I have a
Okay,
different
Daniel.
Oguche, Jeremiah. Then that's it.
Okay.
Go ahead, please. Daniel, please.
Okay, I sincere apology for the delay. I will act immediately to resolve your request. And I own the challenge, I own the problem, whether it was my department or not, and I act immediately. And I follow up to be sure she's in good order.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next person. Thank you, Daniel. Next person.
Welcome.
Yes. So sorry for the
Okay.
so sorry for
Hello?
the inconveniences. Hello.
No, Oguche now, please, then Jeremiah. Daniel, Oguche, Jeremiah.
Hello?
So sorry for the
Can you hear me?
inconveniences. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Sincere apologies for the experiences, Mr. Okafor, that you had to encounter this period. Be rest assured that I will reach out to the appropriate department to handle your own issue. And just be rest assured that your case will be handled in a more appropriate way. Thank you.
Hello.
Just you'll be the last person, please. Whoever that is, that I don't know who it is, because I'm seeing
Hello,
different
so
names.
sorry. Okay, so sorry, Ma, for your experience and inconveniences. Personally, I will see to it that this situation is resolved as soon as possible, and I will also give you a call back to find out if you are satisfied.
Okay. Thank you all. Thank you. I know there are other hands, but because of time, we will come back to this later. We will actually address the options that are available to us. But I'm glad that now we notice that it's sorry if you're not speaking, please mute. Thank you. Now we notice that it is important to first of all calm the person down. But I did notice that everybody said, I'll take it to the appropriate quarters. I'll take it to the appropriate quarters, which is fair, but we can do more. And we will see that as we move along. Thank you so much for everyone that contributed. Now, we talked about emotional triggers when we were talking about emotional intelligence. Now, some of those triggers can be frustration, impatience, fear. It could be indifferent. So many other triggers. All right. There seems to be something that I have missed out. Okay, that's okay. Now, why does communication often fail? Why do we think that we have communicated and still we lose the customer and still we get bad press? And why? The problem is that most of us in our minds are still very transactional in the way we relate with our customers. What does that mean? We lack an understanding of the customers or the potential customers' pain points. What does that? What do we mean by that? We take a product, this will be good for you. This does that. That does that. But hey, another man came to me yesterday with the same offer. Go beyond or think beyond. Let me just make a sale. Let them just take this thing from me. I need a commission. I know that is the reality of your situation, but try and make that secondary. Because if you move from transactional to transformational, and we'll look at what that means, you will not only make sales, you will to that person or a connection or a connection of that person. You will also have someone who is advertising you and your products for free. Okay? Now, when we're also crafting our offer, when we're also telling people this is of deciding on what we are taking to the people. Sometimes our offer is, and that's what most people do. This is our product. It does this, that, buy it. That's still transactional. That's not talking. That's not like that man on the bus that is saying it does this, it does that, and he's joking, and his people are laughing, and they're saying, God, this guy is crazy. He did it, but they buy. You have to find a way to craft your offer that it does something to the emotions of the person that you're trying to address. When you forget that people don't care as much about your product as much, they care more for what your product does to them, does for them, than the actual product itself. Now, anytime you stay at this level, where you don't have the understanding of their pain points, where you're crafting your offer is crafted to just end at buy, where your offer, where you forget to address the emotions of the people, of the specific person you want to have in your target market, then you're in a transactional communication space, and you're most likely going to fail, or have, even if you have that sales completed, you're not going to be able to continue. Now, what is transformational communication? And that's where we get to the, listening, understanding, and responding effectively. What is it? They're just 3 pillars. Listen to understand. That customer not only called because nobody came across, the customer is also saying, some things have been frustrated for me. The customer is coming hoping that finally on this call, something can be done. But most of you said, I'm sorry, which is very good. Most of you said, empathize with her frustrations, but you also made her wait. I will escalate. She's already lost confidence. Is she likely to be happy with that response? Were you able to address her emotions effectively by your response? When you're able to listen to understand, you're able to truly find out, ask yourself, what is this woman asking for beyond the words that she has spoken, beyond the anger, or maybe even, whatever. What is it that I can do to make a positive impact beyond the expected? That's what transformational communication is. Transformational communication touches the heart, the emotions of the person. I don't know why I have all these lines. So, what are some techniques that we can adopt? First of all, understand that I don't need a perfect answer from you. Have you ever had a problem with your phone? And you say, hey, I loaded this phone and it's still telling me I don't have airtime and da-da-da-da-da-da. And the person says, hello, Mrs. Gochi. I understand that you said this. I am sorry. However, it is not our fault. The something is down or whatever. How does that help me? How does that meet my needs? How does that make me happy that I called you? Now, first thing we have to do is that we should assume nothing. Don't assume that the person is angry for nothing. Don't tell yourself, they have come back again, this woman, or because that's a bias that's showing up. And in emotional intelligence, you need to recognize that bias and push it down because it will color what it is that you're putting out there. Now, ask open-ended questions. Okay, ma'am, so what is the problem? Okay, so how can we work this out? How can I give you value today? What can I do to make this better for you? And we will see some of those answers later on. Listen deeply. And listening deeply means you hear the customer and then you mirror their language. Oh, this is not working. Oh, ma'am, I'm sorry to find out that this is not working. What does that do for your customer? It makes them know that this person listened to me. Why? Because the person is speaking using my language, is bringing it back to me. Now, validate the concerns. That's where the empathy came in, and a lot of you captured that, right? I understand. I apologize. I can understand how this can be frustrating, right? Instead of saying, "Shebi Dave Kuku bought it. There's nothing I can do." Then respond intentionally. After you've understood all of that, you now give a response that addresses the feelings. Is there even if it's an interim solution that the person can go away with at that point in time, find something that can make that person leave that call or leave that chat or leave your presence knowing, okay, it's not so bad. So we're going to practice transactional and transformational feedback. And I'd like to hear from you again. Sometimes we hear the sales rep or the customer service person say to someone, me, for example, "It's not my fault, ma. It's this department. I will let them know." Or even, "There's nothing I can do, we can do about it." Or someone says, "Listen, I bought this and I'd like to refund it, whatever." And your answer is, "That's our policy, sir. There's nothing I can do." Could you suggest to us a transformational response, a response that will guarantee that that customer comes back to you? Anyone? Okay, Dell, I think that's but fine. Your hand is raised up. Go ahead, Dell. I think your system, maybe your laptop is a Dell. Chidi Jones, please go. Transformation response. Thank you.
Thank you. I will use the response I would have used for the first time. And the response will be first to acknowledge the call and apologize.
Stop, Chidi. You're talking to me. Acknowledge me.
Okay.
You're talking to me.
Okay. Sorry, I understand you called my company and you have some concern. I apologize on behalf of my company and we appreciate the call. Now, I called back to listen to your complaint. I'm all ears. Can I listen to what you have to say so that I can attend to you personally? And I will listen to your complaint and I'll make sure I attend to it. And if I can't resolve it within 24 hours, I will tell you that I will escalate it and give you a time frame for a resolution.
Okay. Thank you, Chidi. Let me see who else is there.
Hi, Gochi. This is Victor, whose computer was saved as Dell. Can you hear me?
Yes. Go ahead.
This will be my response. Hello, thank you for reaching out to us. We are sincerely sorry to hear about your experience. If you wouldn't mind, I would raise a ticket for this, and I will address.
Sorry. If I didn't hear that. If you wouldn't mind, I will what?
I would raise a ticket for your complaint, and I will follow up with it immediately and ensure that it is resolved as soon as possible.
Raise a ticket. Okay. Alice, then Oreoluwa. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Alice, then Oreoluwa.
Hi, ma'am. How you doing? Hope your day is going on well. I got your ticket. I got your complaint, and I'm here to respond to you. I hope we go through this because you are that one customer that I wouldn't want to miss. Please let me listen to you. Thank you.
Okay. I see some things there. Oreoluwa, what about you?
Okay, hi Ugochi. Based on your complaint you just raised to us, I sincerely apologize for your inconveniences. However, we have a no refund policy, but for a return customer, I'll advise you swap your item. You can swap it to a beautiful one. Okay, then after this, on your next order, we'll be giving you a 10% discount for you to enjoy. I hope you do understand. You have a lovely day. Thank you.
Okay, sounding better. Any other hands up? Any other hands up?
Yes, ma.
Please go ahead because I can't see everyone.
Okay,
Just
I understand how disappointing this must be, ma. But let's see what options we have to make this better for you. I'll do my best to help resolve the issues.
let's see what options. Does that mean give me some time to check, or are you going to provide
Yeah,
options immediately?
like give me some time to check for options while he's on the phone. You're on the phone, so I would like
Okay.
to find options to give, like for us to go about it. And the options is not like I'm doing it alone. Like I'm discussing the options with you two to see if it's convenient for you to,
Okay.
and then give you a positive feedback. Like, okay, I'll do my best to help resolve it.
Okay. And then Alice, is your hand up again, or is that an old hand? Thank you. And then Abiodun, then we'll end there. Anne, Ume?
Yeah, good evening. Oh,
Go ahead.
hi, Ugochi. Okay, so I'm going to create a scenario. I'm going to create a scenario for this. Assuming you have a flight and for a reason you're not able to catch up with your flight. I'm just going to create that scenarios and you come for, a kind of resolution or you need to be attended. So I'm going to first of all acknowledge the fact that
No.
unable
to. Who is this? Anne, right?
Yeah,
I'm the
this is
one
Anne.
I'm the one that's missing the flight. So don't tell me what you're
Yeah.
gonna do. Tell me now. Talk to me.
Okay. Apologies for how this whole experience had made you feel. I understand you were a bit late and you couldn't meet up with the check-in. However, I will go through our record flight schedule and see if we can put you on the next available flight, because I know it's very important for you to catch up with this meeting.
Awesome.
You
Thank you.
intend.
That's great.
By then, I've gotten information from you, your frustration.
Are you there?
Based on what I've just said.
That's fine, Anne. That's fine. Thank you very much. And then the
Telling
last
me your
question.
frustration, how important it is for you to see how I can get you on the next available flight. So as to meet up with your meeting or so on. And say that's okay. Yeah, ma'am.
That's great, Anne. That's great. Then Abiodun, finally, I think that's the last one we'll take at this point. Abiodun?
Yeah, thank you very much, man. I'm going to paint this scenario concerning an item, an order, which is here to deliver. The item is supposed to deliver in the next 24 hours, 48 hours, but the logistics has a damaged vehicle. Now, this is my response back after listening to the customer complaint, and I said, I'm going to report back. Hello, ma. Good afternoon, ma. So I'm calling in respect of the incident that happened. So I say we sincerely apologize once again. So the issue has been escalated to logistics. And logistics has already given the transporter an ultimatum of 2 days, which is 48 hours, to repair the damaged vehicle. In the absence of not doing that, not unable to meet at appropriate time, the logistics will be debit while the customer will be issued another goods and delivered to you. Please.
Are you going to tell me that? Are you going to tell me all of these details about logistics being debited and all of that?
Yes.
Are you planning to do that?
So, yes. What I've escalated and what I've reverted back from logistics, what I've gotten back from the logistics, the respond. You understand? So just like logistics is working together with the with the transporter. So whereby we need to deliver an item in the next 48 hours. but the transporters unable to deliver at exactly time due to the damaged vehicle on the road. So they are now facing the damaged vehicle. So now when I escalate the issue to the logistics, now then I gave the transporter an ultimatum of 2-3 days. In the absence of that, unable to repair the damaged vehicle, the logistics will be debit and that customer will be reorder another items to deliver to the customer.
Okay, I'm not sure whether I'm hearing you right, but
Wow.
I just want to point out here that the customer is not really interested in your internal dynamics, whether logistics got it or 2 days or 3 days. No, the customer wants to hear, I have heard you. I sincerely apologize. I would like to commit that within the next 2 days. I know it's going to take slightly longer, but I commit to this that in the next 2 days or 3 days, in 1 year, right? So that the customer has clarity. The customer knows what I'm expecting. I don't want to know whether you debit anybody or whether it's, transport. I'm not interested. Right now, I am angry. So be careful not to give too much information that doesn't help to address my emotions at that point in time. Okay. So thank you. Thank you very much. I know there are other hands up, but please let's just move so that I can get to the end of this. And please, if you have any questions, any comments, I forgot to say this at the beginning, note that down or put it into the chat room. When we finish, we will go. I promise to go through all of that and to answer whatever questions that you may have. So we move ahead. Okay. What's happening? Okay. So we're going to take some practical examples. I honestly don't know where all these lines are coming from on my screen, but I'm hoping you're not seeing it. I'm the only one that's seeing it. Fine. So what are transactional responses or transactional statements so that we can have it in our heads and we can understand what we're dealing with? Transactional statements are statements that are task-oriented, right? We close the issue quickly, but we rarely deepen trust and engagement. So I close it by telling you, this person, that person, that person, that person. You've closed the conversation, but how do I trust you? But it has what you said, has that connected with me on an emotional level? Do I feel satisfied when I leave you? Or I'm still left hanging that someone else, I will have to escalate to someone else who will then handle it? That leaves me in a lurch. That's not what I want as a customer. I want some kind of closure, right? Something I can go away with and say, okay, fine, I have a date, I have a timing, I have something. But the transformational statements are different. They acknowledge the person's perspective, which you all have gotten and which you're all using. And then there's a collaborative element that comes in. I will look into this for you. I don't tell you I will escalate and get back to you because, hey, I'll wait another 3 days. No, let's see how we can work. Okay, so you shift the conversation towards growth, all right? Towards strengthening your relationship with that customer. So tomorrow, if the person thinks about something or has an issue, they will be willing to call you. They're not going to remember you as someone that said, I will escalate and then, no. So you need to tell yourself that as a professional operating in today's environment, I need to strengthen relationships intentionally. I need to unlock potential, whatever it is that is inside of me or inside of the customer, whoever it is, and it works for. And this, this works for you, whether professionally or even in your personal life, in your relationship with others. These skills are critical. Now, let's look at some examples of transactional responses. That's our policy, sir. I can't change it. or it's beyond my capacity, sir, or it's my Oga that will have to take a look at this. I don't want to know about that. Now, if you want it, you'll need to order online. Someone calls and says, I'd like to have this. And then your answer is, if you want it, you need to. But you're there, you work in the organization. Why are you sending me to work to order online? Even if the policy says people should order online, is there some way you can help me do that? Or is there some way you can put me through? Maybe I don't know how to order online. So you need to be able to put yourself in the customer's position. That's what it means to communicate in a way that you connect with the person that you're dealing with. Now, what would be a transformational response to that's our policy? You could say, yes, oh, sir, I know that policies can sometimes feel restrictive. It's your own policy, but you empathize with my saying, but let me see what flexibility we have to help you. Once that goes, even if you come back and you say, oh, we can't do much, but no matter how small it is, what he heard you say or what she heard you say is, I know that this is restrictive. However, I'm going to go beyond our policies to see how I can minister to your need. Do we understand? So even when we get back and we say, oh, this is the only thing I can do, it may not be the full answer that that person wants, but they're happy that something has been done. Okay? You can, if you want it, you'll need to order online. Ordering online is an option. If you'd like, I can walk you through it step by step. What have you done there? You have gone beyond stating the facts, which is if you want it, order online. But the emotionally intelligent professional will say, you know something, if it's okay by you, I can walk you through it step by step. And the person is working on his laptop and his computer. Okay, what do you see now? Do this, do that, do that. Do you think that kind of person will forget you? Do you think if that kind of person has anyone that has a need that you can meet, that the person will not direct the person to you? They will. Okay, your warranty is expired. There's nothing I can do. Maybe someone wants to change something. They bought a product, they want to change it, and that product is supposed to be under warranty. Yes, you have the option to say your warranty is expired. There's nothing I can do, which is the truth. You've communicated fact. But have you communicated emotionally intelligent? No. So what are some of the options? Even though your warranty has expired, can we explore repair options? He doesn't want to repair. He probably wants a new one. But if you put it that way, you're saying, I acknowledge this has expired, but I'm going to go the extra step to see how we can work this out so that it's a win-win situation. You don't go away like empty-handed or frustrated. This is your thinking. Now, that kind of thinking gets you to say, even though your warranty has expired, let's explore repair options or special offers that may work for you. Would that work? If you were that customer or that client, please send me an emoji that says how you will feel if this is the kind of response. I'd like to see the emojis. Thank you. If someone gives you this kind of response, instead of telling you your warranty has expired, there's nothing I can do, how would you feel? If someone tells you, even though your warranty has expired, there's an option, I can give you something else, all right? And then I'll transfer you to another department. Sometimes we say that. That's almost like I will escalate to. Why not say, this question may be better answered by a specialist. Let me connect you and stay on the line until you're comfortable. First of all, you didn't say, I'll escalate it. I'll transfer you to someone. No. You are giving the person the impression that I'm taking you to a specialist. Who wouldn't want to be referred to a specialist? However, I'm not going to leave you alone with that person. I will stay on the line. I'm empathizing until you're comfortable. That sounds better. Another transactional response we often give is we don't offer discounts on that product. True, but no connection. How about saying, while we don't discount this product, I can suggest an alternative. I can suggest a bundle that gives you better value. How does that sound to you? So these are the ways that we need to change the way we connect with people. We need to change the way we communicate to get people to practically eat out of our hands. So let's move on. We're wrapping up now. And we're saying, in today's world, reading people is more valuable than reading spreadsheets. A spreadsheet tells you how much you have sold, how much all of that, your customers, your turnover, all of that. However, if you're able to read your customers, it's more valuable to you. If you don't read your customers well, you won't be able to connect well. And every day you'll encounter people, whether it's your boss, your customer, your friend, your colleague. Reading people is not only a survival skill, it's a superpower. Struggling to close deals in business negotiations or relationships, sell transformation, not items. You are a seller, you're a marketer of transformation, you're not a marketer of products. So emotional intelligence is a key skill for effective communication, and you can learn it. And finally, to connect to people, to connect to customers, listen, understand, and then respond effectively. Thank you all very much for your attention so far. And then as you're going away, I'd like to ask you, what is one communication habit that you intend to implement immediately to connect better with your customers? And you can enter that into the chat room. What communication habit? What habit? And I don't seem to be able to access the chat room, but if it is there, can someone help me read out what is there, please? Thank you. Okay, let me call someone to read out what's there. Okay, let me close this. Thank you. And then we can go to the chat room. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing and go back to the screen. What habit? Okay, I'm seeing listen, understand, and communicate effectively, always be in the place of the customer, active listening, emotional intelligence, listen, empathize, and resolve. Empathy, you're going to practice empathy. You're going to practice deeply understanding before responding. Empathize more, empathy. Use silence. I like that. Listen to understand, show empathy, and connect better. Connect to their emotions. Very good. Victor, empathetic understanding before responding. No fair. Very good. Ogechi put a hand up. Wondering what that means. Practice active listening. Yes, active listening, timely response, listen actively more. Xiaomi, I think that's the phone. Effective listening, listen to the customer, understand their pain point, empathize, active listening, emotional intelligence, timely response, putting yourself in the customer's shoes. Great. Practice transformational feedbacks. Very important, Chris. Thank you. Thank you. Accountability. Blessing. I'd wonder if you could tell me what that means in this context. Connect to the emotions, transformational feedback. Thank you very much. Now, I don't know. I wasn't checking the time. How much time do I have to take questions? Can someone please let me know? Ifedai, are you there? How much time do I have? Sorry? Okay, sorry. I didn't hear that, please.
15 to 20 minutes, please.
15 to 20 minutes. Okay, thank you so much. So, yeah, I'm ready for the questions. You can unmute and talk, or you can put it, sorry, put it into the chat room. Aurelua, yes, please go.
No, Aurelua.
Sorry?
This is Victor. This is Victor speaking.
Okay, Victor, please go right ahead.
So we've been talking about emphasizing empathy. My question is, how do we empathize without it coming off performative or robotic? How do we empathize without?
Good question. Good question. Because sometimes, sorry, you said, how do you empathize without coming out as robotic, right, Victor? That was the question?
That was the question, yes.
Okay, great. Very good question. However, that's where individuality comes in. You don't cram what to say and say it. Because when you cram it, then it comes out as robotic. Even when some of you were responding to me, some said, oh, ma'am, we're sorry to hear that. Others said, change it, use your own words, I think that's the word, authenticity. Be authentic, use your own words to convey the emotion of empathy. It's like, some of us, someone is hurt or someone is in pain. Someone comes in and says, hey, yeah, that's my way. Another person says, oh dear, I'm so sorry. Another person comes in and says, I am so shocked to hear this. But each of us is communicating the same thing. So use words that are authentic to you. When you use words that are authentic, that are real to you, then you won't come out as sounding robotic. Victor, does that make sense?
It does, 100%, it does make sense.
Thank you. So use your words. Be authentic.
You're authentic, I got that, thank you.
Thank you. Aurelua, is your hand up for a question, or that's an old hand? Okay, Chidi, I don't know. I don't see any other hands, please. If you have a question.
I have another question. But this is more like there's something I would love for you to say. At the start of the section, you mentioned you made a quote, or you quoted someone who said something about the illusion of communication being that it had already happened.
Bernard
Something
Shaw?
like that.
George Shaw?
George Shaw, okay, please. I would love for you to quote it again, because I think that was one thing that stuck to me the most. And I would love if you could quote that saying again.
Let me see if I can find that quote so I can repeat it exactly as I gave it to you. Something about the illusion. The biggest challenge that we have is the illusion that we have communicated. Is the illusion of communication. Just give me a minute, I'll get that for you. That's it. That the biggest problem with communication, are you there? Is that Victor? You're the one that asked? Is the illusion that it has taken place. The biggest problem with communication is the illusion that it has taken place.
Thank you, I got it.
Okay.
Yes, I heard it.
That's George Bernard Shaw. Okay. Are there any other questions? Please, if you have a question, just unmute, because trying to connect to the emotions. Let me see if there are any in the chat room. Okay, I'm seeing that CIS-CSM says that only participants who fill out the form will be eligible to receive their participation certificates. Okay.
Don't worry,
In
I'll let you address that. Please. I will address that.
no, sorry, there's one question that says on occasions when you do your, I'm assuming that's your best, but the customer is still not satisfied, what do you do? Even if your best, I don't know, from your perspective or the customer's perspective. The essence of this whole thing is not that the customer will always get what they want. However, your customer must always leave you with a positive feeling. So you may not get them that warranty, but you will give them options so they go away feeling good. If you do your best and your customer leaves you feeling bad, your best is not good enough. I'm responding to iPhone. Then Joseph, question 1. Customers are getting smarter and aware of the principle of empathy. First idea, however, how would you manage the scenario where a customer is riding on these to stress or stretch such advantages to personal selfish gain without being rude or killing the sales drive? Ouch. You remember we talked about self-regulation. A customer is riding on, awareness of their rights as a customer. Self-regulate. The person is letting off steam from their heads. Self-regulate. Hold yourself. Still answer positively. Still answer with a smile. Don't be rude. Rudeness is a no-no for someone that is interfacing with customers. Always aim to end your relationship or your connection or your meeting on a positive note, even if you're boiling on the inside. That's what emotional intelligence is about. Okay, how do we tie customer service to business bottom line? Customer service is targeted at ultimately ensuring customer loyalty and retention of business. If customers are loyal to you, they will tell others, they will bring others to you. If you are able to retain their business, certainly that will impact positively on your bottom line. Okay, is it possible to get the PowerPoint slides? That is up to the organizers of this program. The customers are always right. Please explain more on this. The customer is always right because without the customer, you have no business. So whatever it is that the customer wants, even if it sounds ridiculous, try and see how you can transform it. Make it a communication that's transformational so that that customer, as difficult as he or she is, leaves feeling, I can go back to this person. That's what it means by the customer is always right. Don't argue with your customer. Don't talk down on your customer. What do we do when a customer is trying to control a larger part of your market? I don't understand that, maybe you may need to explain that. How can I deal with a stubborn customer? You are the one that's labeling the customer as stubborn. That's your bias. That's your label. If the customer is appearing stubborn, look beyond the stubbornness to say, what is this person's pain point? If you address the pain point, I doubt that he will come out as stubborn. Be careful not to label your customers. Sometimes there's a thin line between trying to satisfy customers and going beyond the boundaries of what your organization permits. How does one balance this? Know what the boundaries are and communicate that in a way that it lands well with your customer. No one is saying go beyond your company's boundaries. You can't. If you go beyond the boundaries, you can't deliver on your promise. So know what the boundaries are. That means know your product, know your organization, and then craft your language in a way that builds your customer. Even if he doesn't go away with what he wants, but also helps you stay within the boundaries that have been created for you. Okay. You said we pay more attention to customers' emotion. We should pay more attention to customers' problems. I'm struggling with that because I think we can only use emotions to solve their problems. Chidi, we can only use emotions to solve their problems. Chidi, if you could just sort of enlighten me on, kind of tell me what it is you're
Thank you so
trying to
much
say.
very much. My name is Karim Agajimi. Thank you for this beautiful invitation.
Your
Please,
connection is bad. I can't hear you. It's kind of muffled. Is that Chidi speaking? Okay, it looks like I'm out of time. Back to you, please, Mr. Gideon Olubile. Thank you all for having me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lady Gochi. Thank you, Coach Gochi. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for the
Thank you, ma'am.
insightful presentation. I want to appreciate your time to have put together this resource, which is now very important in the hearts of people. Before I go on to wrap up tonight, permit me to share some things with us, especially for participants here. Please ensure that you fill the attendance form. The link is there on the chat box. Just make sure that you do the needful. Then also note that we are using the same link that we used today, tomorrow. We're going to use it throughout the week. So make sure that you don't lose out on it. You just get back to the link that you got, then you click on it and you get back to this place for the other days. And also, I'd like to announce that there's still room in the inn, especially for those that want to register for induction on Saturday. So I want to appeal to you that you please be the let's propagate the gospel of this institute for those that want to join us. CICSM is still on for induction. So the registration is on. So let's encourage as many. I'm going to forward I'm sure you have the number, but I'm going to forward it, copy it, and paste it there so that you can go ahead and help push it across to as many that you love to be a part of this. Then I go back to the paper Coach Gochi presented. I really appreciated this because it's an eye-opener and an encouragement to quite a number of things that we know already about sales. Like I said from the beginning, you've got to know that sales is dynamic, so customers are dynamic. Things are not the same the way it was in the 1980s, 90s, and now. So things are changing. So we've got to reason out of the box. In fact, my common saying now is that the box has been shattered. There's not like box any longer. It's been shattered. So you have to think not just anything with box. You have to think squarely everywhere, every roundly, squarely, whatever size, corners, to make sure that your customers are satisfied. Now, for my paper presentation, listening is key. But I add something to it. I said intentional listening. Intentional because you need to listen to get the point. And while you are listening, you're also processing what to say. By listening, you discover that this is the best approach to reach out to this person. If it's somebody that's more learned, somebody that is more coordinated, somebody that is more expressive, then you should know that you cannot impress the person with English. You cannot impress the person with some terminologies that can break bounds. No, you got to come as simple as possible so that you can become a friend to that person, meaning that you are going to build a relationship. Because when he sees that you're not trying to impress him or her, it comes open to you, it comes ready to be helped. You just discover that this person that was like ranting has now come to somebody that is now calm and expecting you to see him as a victim so that you can help him or her out in the situation. Now, there's no one way to solve a problem. That is why when you listen well, you are the professional salesperson and customer service person. You are the one to think within you the first two ideas or ways to address the matter, so that you can be sure that you get the face of the client or customer, or to seal the deal. She has told us several things that we need to do or that we can adopt, we can check on. But I want to add to it tonight, by way of expression, that it is key to understand that you don't have to make all sales. It's a difficult saying for professional sales leaders, but some of us have gotten to a level where we can say it categorically. It's not all sales you will win, but you can get referrals. You can get relationships from all contacts. You can make relationships from all contacts. Just make sure that you live a lifetime good intention and appreciation, or good knowledge of your person in the heart of that contact, so that you might not be happy with what happened today, but because of the approach, don't be surprised that a week's time, a month's time, quarter time, 1 year's time, he reaches out to you when you have a need as regards that same thing, and said, when I don't remember the way you responded to me, I cannot forget you. Listen, that you don't win now does not mean you cannot win it later. But make sure you don't shut the door against yourself. That is what I believe that Coach Gochi is saying to us. Don't shut the door against yourself. Make sure that the client or customer or potential customer leaves you happy at the end of the day. Leave the person to decide whether to continue with the deal or not. But be sure that the person did not leave you angry, so that in case when it gets calm, you can get a mail, you can get a text, you can get a call from that person. I will be surprised. The beginning of your boom will start from there. Lastly, from me tonight is that when you are a sales professional, you don't know everything. And that's why we're here together. When you're a customer service person, you don't know everything. And that's why we're here. Why do I say we don't know everything? Because human beings, behavioral sciences, that human beings differ. So that you have not met someone like Lady Coach Gochi before does not mean that you have met her somewhere else. But when you meet her now, you should learn something from her. You should see how she presents her case, what is her intention, how can you come around her, how can you make her be a part of it too, because it takes two to tango. You must need somebody to make sales. And when you do that, you discover that you're a better salesperson, you are a more informed customer service person, and you discover that it's having a ripple effect on your performance, on your reports, and on the company in general. I want to thank our dear institute for making this week a worthwhile for us. And I stand to say that I enjoyed my time tonight. And I wish that everyone present also will say the same thing. And on that note, I want to appreciate the Secretariat for giving us a good time. I want to thank everyone in particular that sat behind the scene, and everyone that participated tonight. From the system, I can see that we are over 190 or thereabouts before. I know some are already dropping, and good to have you all together tonight. On behalf of the Chartered Institute of Sales Customer Service Management, I want to say good to have you tonight. Thank you, Coach Gochi, once again. Thank you, everyone in the Secretariat. Thank you, everyone that participated. On this note, I want to say, have a wonderful rest of the evening, nice rest, and let's come back here tomorrow and have another wonderful time. Au revoir. Once again, my name is Gideon Ugbele. Have a wonderful evening. God bless you, Radio.